When we reach the age of 60, many of us begin to notice that our muscles are no longer as flexible and strong as before. Walking even a short distance can leave us tired. Standing up and sitting down requires more effort. And sometimes just sitting for too long makes our legs feel heavy. This is not simply the normal process of aging, but is closely linked to a medical condition called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength as we grow older. Sarcopenia not only makes us weaker, but also increases the risk of falls, reduces independence in daily living, and greatly affects quality of life. The encouraging news is that scientists have proven lifestyle and diet play a decisive role in slowing this process. Among many nutrition patterns studied worldwide, one stands out and has been carefully researched: the Mediterranean diet. Welcome back to Senior Life Upgrade. In today's video, we will take a closer look at the superfoods of the Mediterranean diet. These are simple, familiar ingredients that carry remarkable power in preserving muscle and maintaining health in later years. I will explain the science in an easy-to-understand way, highlight the specific benefits of each food group, and most importantly, give practical tips so we can start using them in our everyday meals. If you care about keeping your legs strong, protecting your body from muscle weakness, and living healthier each day, stay with me until the end of the video. Because today is not just about listing foods, but also about learning the right timing and combinations to get the best results. And before we begin, do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment about the Mediterranean dishes you love, and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. 1. The Mediterranean diet. When it comes to muscle health in older adults, we often think first of exercise or adding more protein. But in reality, researchers have found that the overall eating pattern is the true foundation that decides whether the body can preserve muscle over the long term. Among many diets around the world, the Mediterranean diet stands out for its natural balance. It offers powerful antioxidants, high-quality protein, and strong support for both the heart and the brain. What makes this diet unique is that it does not focus on a single food, but instead relies on a smart combination of food groups: vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and fatty fish are the core pillars. Together, they provide the body with a wide variety of nutrients, from antioxidants like polyphenols and carotenoids to omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, vitamins, and essential minerals. As we age, muscle cells come under constant pressure from a condition called low-grade chronic inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging. This is a mild but long-lasting inflammation that gradually damages muscle fibers, reduces the ability to regenerate, and ultimately leads to muscle loss. The Mediterranean diet, rich in antioxidants and natural anti-inflammatory compounds, helps neutralize free radicals, calm inflammation, and protect muscle cells. On top of that, protein sources from fish, beans, yogurt, and low-fat cheese provide the essential amino acids, especially leucine, which is vital for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Another major benefit of this diet is improved insulin sensitivity. When blood sugar is kept stable, the body more easily delivers amino acids into muscle cells, helping preserve and restore muscle more effectively. Beyond that, omega-3s from fatty fish directly activate anabolic signals in the muscle, which means they promote growth and slow down breakdown. Many studies have shown that older adults who follow a Mediterranean diet maintain better muscle mass, stronger walking ability, and improved balance compared to those on Western-style diets heavy in red meat, refined sugar, and fried foods. This demonstrates that we can actively reduce the risk of sarcopenia simply by changing our eating habits. Picture a simple breakfast of oatmeal cooked with milk, topped with a few slices of apple or berries, and a handful of walnuts. Lunch could be a salad of leafy greens drizzled with olive oil and served with grilled salmon. Dinner might be a light lentil soup with a slice of whole grain bread. All of these meals are easy to prepare and feel familiar. Yet together, they build a solid foundation for protecting muscle and overall health. The Mediterranean diet is not just a style of eating. It is a natural form of prevention against muscle loss in later life. It works through several pathways at once, reducing inflammation, fighting oxidation, improving metabolism, and supplying high-quality protein. When the body is nourished in this way, our legs remain more flexible, our movements stay smoother, and most importantly, we can hold on to independence and comfort in our daily lives. 2. Fatty fish rich in omega-3. Within the Mediterranean diet, fatty fish are seen as the shining stars because they provide a nutrient the body cannot produce on its own, omega-3 fatty acids. As we age, many processes in the body begin to slow down, from the flexibility of cell membranes to the ability to manage inflammation. Omega-3 is the key that helps fill those gaps and gives muscles the strength to resist decline. What makes omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, so special is their ability to regulate inflammation at the cellular level. When muscles are stressed or injured, the immune system often overreacts, creating a small inflammatory storm. If this process repeats over time, muscle fibers weaken and sarcopenia develops. Omega-3 acts like a natural brake, slowing this excessive response and creating an environment where muscle can recover. Beyond its anti-inflammatory role, omega-3 also directly influences muscle protein synthesis. Studies have shown that when omega-3 is combined with a protein source rich in leucine, the body's ability to build new muscle increases significantly. In simple terms, omega-3 makes muscles more sensitive to protein, allowing every gram of dietary protein to be used more effectively. This is especially important for older adults, since their ability to absorb and use protein is naturally lower than it was in youth. Another lesser-known benefit is that omega-3 improves blood flow to muscles. By keeping blood vessels elastic and reducing plaque buildup, it ensures oxygen and nutrients are delivered more efficiently. Well-nourished muscles stay stronger and recover more quickly after activity. This helps explain why observational studies in Mediterranean regions show that older adults who eat fish regularly not only live longer, but also walk more easily and experience fewer falls. To picture it, imagine a light dinner of grilled salmon drizzled with olive oil and served with a fresh green salad. Or a simple meal of canned sardines on whole grain bread with cherry tomatoes. These are not exotic dishes. They are affordable, accessible, and remarkably effective at maintaining muscle health. The advice is to include at least 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish each week. It does not always need to be expensive salmon. Mackerel, herring, and sardines are also rich in omega-3. What matters most is consistency and variety. For those who find it difficult to eat fish, some nuts such as walnuts and flax seeds can provide omega-3 in the form of ALA. While not as powerful as EPA and DHA from fish, they still make a meaningful contribution. Fatty fish, then, are not only delicious foods but also natural medicine that slows the loss of muscle, improves mobility, and supports healthy longevity. When combined with vegetables, whole grains, and olive oil within the Mediterranean diet, they form a durable biological shield for our muscles. 3. Extra virgin olive oil. If fatty fish supply omega-3s to calm inflammation, extra virgin olive oil delivers something different: powerful antioxidants, particularly polyphenols and vitamin E. This is why olive oil is considered the soul of the Mediterranean diet, and one of the secrets behind the long lives and lower rates of degenerative disease among people in the region. At the cellular level, aging is tied to an increase in free radicals. These unstable molecules attack cell membranes, proteins, and even DNA. In muscles, free radicals damage fibers directly and reduce their ability to regenerate. The polyphenols in olive oil act like vigilant guards, neutralizing free radicals before they can cause harm. This slows the decline of muscle tissue and improves endurance and recovery after physical effort. Another fascinating effect of olive oil is that it enhances insulin sensitivity. This means that when we eat a meal rich in protein and include olive oil, the muscles receive clearer signals to absorb glucose and amino acids. That, in turn, stimulates muscle protein synthesis. For older adults who often struggle with insulin resistance, this benefit is crucial. It not only helps protect against type 2 diabetes, but also supports muscle health. Research has also linked olive oil consumption to lower levels of chronic systemic inflammation. If inflammation can be imagined as a slow-burning fire inside the body, then olive oil is like a cool layer of soil that keeps the flames under control. With lower inflammation, muscles can regenerate more effectively and avoid premature breakdown. In practice, using olive oil is simple. A spoonful drizzled over a green salad, a splash on roasted vegetables, or a swap for butter in cooking makes a big difference. The key is to choose cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, as it retains the highest levels of polyphenols. Overly refined oils lose much of this protective power. One familiar image in the Mediterranean is of older adults sitting by their doorway, enjoying whole-grain bread dipped in olive oil with slices of tomato and soft cheese. That modest meal is, in fact, a natural tonic for muscles, the heart, and longevity itself. For older adults, adopting this habit is entirely practical. Simply replacing ordinary cooking oil with extra virgin olive oil in everyday dishes can, over time, bring significant benefits for muscle health and overall vitality. 4. Legumes, beans, and nuts. One of the biggest challenges as we age is that our muscles no longer respond as strongly to protein as they once did. Scientists call this phenomenon anabolic resistance, meaning the body absorbs protein less efficiently and fails to use it optimally for muscle repair. In this context, diversifying protein sources becomes especially important. Alongside animal protein from fish and lean meat, legumes and nuts serve as a natural safeguard to compensate for this decline. Lentils, mung beans, chickpeas, and soybeans all provide abundant plant protein, along with fiber and key micronutrients such as iron, magnesium, and zinc. The amino acid profile of legumes is rich, with leucine standing out as a critical trigger for muscle protein synthesis. When combined with whole grains, think of brown rice served with lentils, the body receives a complete amino acid profile comparable to that of animal protein. Nuts such as almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds bring a dual benefit. In addition to protein, they supply plant-based omega-3s ALA, vitamin E, and strong antioxidants. Vitamin E protects muscle cell membranes from free radical damage, while omega-3s reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity, allowing muscles to absorb and use nutrients more effectively. Another advantage of this food group is their low glycemic index, which helps stabilize energy levels and avoids the spikes and crashes that leave muscles fatigued and weak. This is especially important for older adults at risk of prediabetes or those already managing blood sugar. To make this more concrete, imagine replacing an afternoon pastry with a small handful of walnuts or almonds, a bowl of lentil soup simmered with vegetables, or a chickpea salad dressed with olive oil, are also ideal combinations, nutritious, satisfying, and easy to digest. When included regularly in the diet, these foods not only guard against muscle loss, but also lower cardiovascular risk, a common concern in later years. Portion size does matter. Nuts are nutrient-dense and calorie-rich, so a small handful per day is enough. Legumes are best prepared in soups, stews, or salads, making them easy for the body to absorb without causing heaviness or discomfort. 5. Leafy greens and whole grains. Alongside fish and olive oil, another essential pillar of the Mediterranean diet is leafy greens paired with whole grains. These foods supply not just vitamins and minerals, but also fiber and plant compounds that help protect muscles from age-related decline. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, collard greens, arugula, and romaine lettuce are packed with vitamin K, folate, magnesium, and natural nitrates. These nutrients play a central role in cellular energy production and blood circulation. Once in the body, nitrates are converted to nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels and improves blood flow to the muscles. With better oxygen and nutrient delivery, muscles stay nourished, stamina increases, fatigue drops, and recovery improves after activity. Whole grains such as oats, barley, brown rice, and quinoa support muscle in a different way. Because they are unrefined, they retain the bran and germ layers, which are rich in B vitamins, iron, zinc, and soluble fiber. B vitamins help turn food into usable energy for muscle cells. Iron and zinc are key to red blood cell production and tissue repair. Meanwhile, soluble fiber stabilizes blood sugar, preventing the spikes and crashes that make it harder for muscles to absorb energy efficiently. Leafy greens and whole grains also share a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. By keeping systemic inflammation low, they prevent oxidative stress from eroding muscle tissue. Plant compounds such as flavonoids and carotenoids in greens, combined with beta-glucan in whole grains, create a stable internal environment that preserves muscle strength and slows degeneration. In daily life, it is easy to add these foods to the table. A breakfast of warm oats topped with apple slices and a few walnuts, or a lunch of leafy green salad with chickpeas and olive oil, offers a balanced foundation. When eaten consistently, these foods not only improve physical health, but also make walking and moving feel lighter and easier, something every older adult values. The key is to choose truly whole grains, not overly processed versions that have lost most of their nutrients. And with greens, rotating different types throughout the week ensures the body receives the full range of essential nutrients. 6. Bringing the Mediterranean diet into daily life. The strength of the Mediterranean diet lies not in rigid rules about individual dishes, but in how naturally it blends into everyday living. Once we reach our mid-50s, what we need most is a lifestyle that is sustainable and easy to maintain, not a restrictive plan that leaves us discouraged after only a few weeks. The Mediterranean pattern stands out because it does not demand giving up familiar foods. Instead, it encourages gradual substitutions with choices that protect muscle and heart health. At breakfast, instead of sugary and nutrient-poor foods, we might begin the day with a bowl of oats cooked in milk, sprinkled with walnuts, almonds, and fresh fruit. This offers steady energy to keep blood sugar balanced while providing fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants essential for resilient muscles. Lunch could revolve around a salad piled high with leafy greens, paired with grilled salmon or lean chicken, and finished with a drizzle of olive oil. This combination delivers high-quality protein along with anti-inflammatory benefits that help maintain muscle mass and strength. Dinner, often lighter for many older adults, can be built around a bowl of lentil and vegetable stew, or tuna served with roasted sweet potatoes and a side of steamed vegetables. These meals digest easily, avoid heaviness, and still supply enough protein and nutrients for overnight muscle recovery. Beyond the menu, the Mediterranean lifestyle embraces healthy habits such as sharing meals with family, taking gentle walks after eating, and cultivating a relaxed state of mind. Studies show that it is this balance of high-quality foods paired with a calm, active lifestyle that truly helps older adults preserve muscle, prevent sarcopenia, and extend healthy years of life. The practical advice is not to change everything at once. Start with one small shift. Replace a pastry with fresh fruit. Swap frying oil for olive oil. Or add one fish meal to the weekly rotation. Over time, these small steps add up to a solid foundation that protects both muscle health and overall vitality. Looking back on the journey we have just explored, we can see that the Mediterranean diet is a powerful foundation for preventing muscle loss thanks to the synergy of vegetables, fruits, fish, olive oil, and whole grains, which work together to fight oxidation and nourish the muscles. Fatty fish such as salmon and sardines provide omega-3s that help reduce inflammation, protect muscle cells, and boost recovery after physical activity. Beans and whole grains supply plant-based protein, fiber, and essential minerals that support muscle mass and help prevent metabolic disorders. Leafy greens and fruits rich in carotenoids, vitamin C, and vitamin E not only fight oxidative stress, but also enhance muscle function and protect blood vessels. Extra virgin olive oil contributes healthy fats and polyphenols that help combat inflammation and improve muscle strength with advancing age. What matters most is that we can begin with very small steps, like swapping a sugary breakfast for a bowl of oats with fruit, or adding one extra fish meal into the weekly plan. The consistency of these small choices creates meaningful change for muscle health and overall quality of life. If today's content was helpful, let's spread the message together by liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing so you won't miss what comes next. And I would love to hear from you in your own daily meals. Which Mediterranean dish would you like to try first? Leave a comment below. And let's continue the conversation.